it's Todd here from Baking with Fox in the Kitchen. Join me today as I show you how to make strawberry kiwi scones, only on Baking with Fox in the Kitchen. Hello to all my Foxhella fam, I'm Todd and welcome to Baking with Foxhella Kitchen. Well, as I said, top of the show, we're making strawberry kiwi scones today. It's a fun, simple twist on an old classic. They're simple, light, and of course, so good. So if you're ready, then let's have some fun. Alright guys, let's go ahead and start our scones, won't we? And I'm going to go ahead and add 2 cups of flour to our trusty Ninja here. To that, I'm going to add 1/3 cup of sugar, 1 tablespoon of baking powder, and 1/2 teaspoon of salt. Okay. And then I'm just going to pop the lid on here, and we're just going to whisk it around here real quick, just to get everything good and combined here. Okay, and now we'll move on. Next up, what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to add a stick of butter, chopped up and froze. Now you guys may be asking why you see 2 sticks of butter. We're actually going to be making a double recipe, but we've only got so much space in the Ninja, so to speak, just to make sure everything is good and combined. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and blitz this again. And make sure it looks almost like coarse breadcrumbs. Okay. Okay, looks good. Let's go ahead and move on. Alright, next up guys, I've got my dry ingredients here. What I'm going to go ahead and do is take a generous 1/2 cup of kiwi and strawberry, which Dave was nice enough to cut up for me, and drain on paper towels. The thing with kiwis and strawberries that most people tend to forget is they're very, very wet.
Right, especially the kiwi.
And you want to try to get as much moisture out of the fruits as you can. Otherwise you will have a very, very, very wet dough, so to speak. And what I'm just going to go ahead and do is just work in the fruit into our flour mixture here. Trying to get everything just kind of spread out and covered in our mixture. Okay. And then I'm just going to go ahead and set it aside and get ready for our wet ingredients. Alright guys, now that we've got our dry ingredients done, let's go ahead and work on our wet. I'm going to go ahead and take 2/3 cup of heavy whipping cream. Pour it into my bowl here. An egg. And then a teaspoon of vanilla. And I'm just going to whip it together here quick, just to get everything good and combined. Alright guys, what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to go ahead and make a well in the center of our dry ingredients here. And then I'm going to go ahead and take our cream mixture from here a minute ago. I'm going to just pour that into the middle, and then I'm just going to take my spatula here, and we're just going to mix everything together, get everything wet but not too wet and sticky until a dough starts to form. Next up guys, I've got a dough ball going. What I'm going to go ahead and do is work it here on the table for a minute or two. Not too much. The big thing with scones is you don't want to overwork your dough too much, because that's when you start getting a little more of a coarser dough. And especially with this scone, what Dave and I found whenever we tested this recipe was that it's actually a very, very soft dough. And yeah. I think we got it going in the right direction here. And I'm going to proceed to the next step. Next up, guys, you guys already see I have a fairly decent looking log going here. How long did you think this was, Dave, roughly? The log itself.
The log should be about 12 inches by 3 inches wide and then an inch tall.
So what I'm going to go ahead and do, and you guys are going to laugh at me when I do this, I always use a pizza cutter whenever I'm using the scones. I just feel that I get a better cut and more consistent. Okay, cut it in half here.
Okay.
And then
half again.
Half again. Right about there, you think?
A little closer to me. There you go.
Put it right there.
Same thing there. And then cut each of those quarters in like an X pattern in half and then half again. Just like that.
Yeah.
Corner to corner.
May take a little bit of work. But these are definitely a fun take on scones that you may not be really expecting. And then what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to separate these and then I'm going to put them on a sheet pan and we're going to freeze these for about 20 minutes.
Okay.
Alright, it's been 20 minutes, so what I'm going to go ahead and do is I got some heavy cream here and I'm just going to go ahead and brush the tops of these. Don't have to be overly particular with these, just make sure you get some nice heavy cream on top of these. And then whenever I'm done with this, I'm going to pop these in the oven for 16 to 20 minutes at 400 degrees. Next up, we're going to go ahead and make the glaze for our scones. What I'm going to go ahead and do is add juice from 1 lemon to a bowl here. And Dave, you said this is what, about a tablespoon?
About a tablespoon each of the leftover kiwi and strawberry
from
just
earlier
to give it some flavor.
And then we're also going to add some powdered sugar to our mix, just until we get a nice glaze going.
Right, it's personal preference. I like a thick glaze that doesn't just go everywhere, that stays on the scones. So maybe start with about a cup and whisk it together. That's good. You think?
Right about there?
Just to start.
Okay. And we'll just mix this together till we get a nice glaze going.
Okay.
And as Dave said, it's all about personal preference. So.
Yeah, definitely didn't need sugar. But that's looking good.
Yep, well, I'm just going to keep working this and we'll show you what it looks like when we're done.
Okay.
Lastly, guys, we're going to go ahead and glaze our scones. I got a spoon here and I'm just going to work a little bit at a time across each scone and just kind of spread it out. Might take some time here, but when it's all said and done, these are absolutely delicious. And a fun take on what you would expect out of a scone. So I'm going to go ahead and work on these and then we will show you what they look like whenever they're done. Wrapping up today, I want to thank you again for joining me and encourage you to check out our friends and support channels listed in the description below. But before I go, always remember, whatever they offer you, don't feed the plants. I'll see y'all soon. If you like this video or any of our other videos,
be sure to hit the like and subscribe buttons and stay tuned for future shows.
Wait, don't go yet. We got one thing left to say.
One thing.
Well, the past 2 weeks we've been part of a really fun production at the Log Arts Theater in Westmont, and we just want to give a quick shout out to our extended family there, the cast of Little Shop of Horrors. You got anything to say with that?
This cast has been wonderful. The show has been terrific. We've sold out a lot of nights, so I hope everybody has a great time.
And thank you guys to our extended family. Without you guys, we wouldn't be where we are today. We love you guys. We're so appreciative of you guys, and can't wait to work with them soon. And just remember,
Don't feed the plants.